I'm focusing on the key of G major here, but you can do this, you can transfer this to any other key. So in the key of G major, as soon as we go up to the second note A, we get one of these points where all the 5th fret notes are part of the scale, they all fit. So A, D, G, C, E, A. Those notes are all part of the G major scale, they all fit in. If we go up another fret to the 7th fret, B, E, A, D, F sharp, B. They all fit as well. So all of those, from going from G, your first note A, your second note B, all those 5th and 7th frets they're all part of the scale, they all fit. So even just that in itself can be like a bit of a revelation. Whatever key you're in, you go up 2 frets, go up 2 frets. That visually, that's really easy to remember and really easy, really like sort of useful. But wait, there's more. So the next point where that happens is all the way up at the 12th fret. E, A, D, G, B, E. Well, we know that's our open strings as well. So all of the open strings are part of that scale, and also, coincidentally, you know, the open string being the same as the 12th fret, all of those notes are part of the scale. So we've got these 3 points where a straight line across the fretboard fits in the scale. So asking yourself, why do we have these 3 points that look like that? Well, if you know about the chords that go with a major scale, you've got G major, the next one is minor, the next one is B minor, C, D, A major, and E minor. So the points where the straight line goes actually coincide with minor chords, which makes sense because, you know, it sort of looks like a minor 7 chord. If we throw that D in there, it's like, you know, a minor 11 chord type of thing, or a sus4 or an add 4, whatever you want to call it. So what we're actually playing when we do that is the minor chord coinciding with that note, and that's why these 3 points exist. So in the key of G, they are the 3 minor chords that live within the key of G. Okay, now what else that means, most of us know our basic pentatonic shape, right? You guys have probably seen that a million times. So for each of those minor chords, there's going to be a minor pentatonic that goes with it, because the minor pentatonic is just a 5-note version of the minor scale, right? So we have key of G major, second note, A minor sus4 chord, add 4 chord, A minor pentatonic scale. Same thing applies to B, B minor pentatonic scale. Same thing applies to E. Everything that I just played fits in within the notes of the G major scale, because we're still just taking that same logic of using the chords of the scale. Now, the second part of this line is trying to find the vertical parts that go with the second part of the pentatonic scale. So if this is your A minor pentatonic scale, we've established that we've got a straight line here. And what I've done here is taken the second note of the pentatonic and just made a chord out of that, made a straight line approach out of that. And what we end up with is this thing, which is kind of like a major chord with an added 6 and an added 9th, major 6/9 chord, you could call that. Now if we do that to all three of our pentatonics, take the second note of the B pentatonic. Okay, we're going to eliminate all those 7s and just focus on the second part. We get the D major 6/9 shape. Same for the E one. I'm going to do that down the octave. It's a bit easier to play there. We end up with basically just a G chord, but with those additions of the E and the A. Alright, so once you've digested all that information, now you can sort of use it to start, making music and visualizing the fretboard a bit easier. It might even just open up ways of playing that you hadn't thought about before. Thinking this way, thinking more arpeggio based. Alright, so let me just recap all that for you. We're in the key of G major. We want to memorize where the notes are, right? So for starting on G, we've got that major 6/9 shape, which is that one there. So now, so I got that by using the top portion of a pentatonic scale. Okay, we'll go to the second note. We know all these notes straight up and down fit in the key.